Students, now we will study this life cycle patterns in the plants. Plant life cycle and alternation of generation, as I explained you in the previous class also in pteridophytes, that in the life cycle of any sexually reproducing plant, there is an alternation of generation between gametophytic and sporophytic generation. The gametophyte is the gamete producing haploid generation, whereas the sporophyte is the spore producing diploid generation. So there are three distinct life cycle patterns observed in the life cycle of different plant groups, and the first that type of life cycle is the haploidtic life cycle. This is the simplest and most primitive type of life cycle. In this type, the dominant phase represented by the gametophyte, and gametophyte which is being the haploid one. That is why it is haplontic life cycle, because this haploid gametophytic stage is being dominant in this, and the diploid phase which is represented by the zygote only here. And after meiosis in the zygote, the spores are produced. These spores are being the haploid one, which germinate and produce the haploid gametophyte. This gametophyte, it further produces gametes by the process of gametogenesis. These gametes, they fuse, and that is the syngamy or fertilization, and then they form the zygote. So understood, children? This is haplontic life cycle. Then diplontic life cycle is there. Before that, I'll tell you about the examples of the haplontic life cycle in which it is found, that many algae like volvox, Spirogyra, and some species of Chlamydomonas, they show haplontic life cycle. Diplontic life cycle, where this is the reverse of haplontic life cycle here. In this type of life cycle, the dominant phase is sporophyte. Here, the sporophyte is being diploid one, and it is being the dominant one, and haploid phase is represented by gametes only, which are produced by the meiosis. So after gametogenesis, here during gametogenesis, after meiosis, gametes are formed, and they are being the haploid one. So here the dominant phase is the sporophyte, and these gametes which are formed in the gametophytic stage here, these gametes, they fuse, that is syngamy, and then they form the zygote, and this zygote further, a diploid zygote, it develops into the sporophyte. So in diplontic life cycle, the sporophytic stage is being the dominant one. In haplontic life cycle, the gametophytic stage is being the dominant one. Then next we will see here that the third type of life cycle. Before that, diplontic life cycle example I'll give you, that fucus, gymnosperm, and angiosperm. Here in gymnosperm, just now I explained you pinus, which is showing the diplontic life cycle. Then the haplodiplontic life cycle. Next is the haplodiplontic life cycle. In this type of life cycle, the zygote divides mitotically to produce the multicellular diploid sporophyte. So zygote divides mitotically, produces a sporophyte which is being diploid, and a sporophyte in turn produces spores by the process of meiosis, that is the division, cell division, and spores are being now haploid, and these spores, they germinate and produce the gametophyte plant body, and then these gametophytes, they are being the this one haploid one, and these gametophyte further, they produce spores there, that is gametes. Gametes, they are being haploid by the process of gametogenesis, and these gametes further, they fuse by the syngamy and produce the zygote. So here both the stages are here equally important here, and exist in the life cycle of plant, that is the diploid sporophyte also, and haploid gametophyte also. So this type of life cycle is known as the haplodiplontic life cycle. This is found in some of the algae like Ectocarpus, Polysiphonia, kelps, bryophytes, and pteridophyte. They show haplodiplontic life cycle. So students, revise the chapter well, and ask your doubts also, and some of the question answers which are given at the back exercises here in your book, that you learn and ask your doubts.